Hello, welcome to the Soulprint Pick Your Crystal weekly reading for October 10th through the 16th. So as you can see, I've got three clear crystals here. This one I think is apophyllite, actually. I'm not sure, but we're going to refer to it as Spikey. Okay, this is clear quartz, and we're going to call this one Quartz. And this is a quartz wand, a small, tiny wand. So we're going to call it wand. Okay. So just take a look at the crystals and see which one or which two or three most resonate with you. And we're going to get started. So here we go. We're going to start with the wand energy. And let's see what the cards have in store for you. Nine of Swords, 10 of Wands, Temperance, and the Fool. Okay, so this is telling, can't see this very well, you've got a lot of glare, but you've got the 9 of Swords there. Okay, so this is telling kind of a nice story, if you will. It is talking about an energy where you had a situation or something that you were dealing with that is worrisome. You know, you're scared, you're upset, you're not sleeping, you're agitated, you're just flat worried and concerned. If you have not yet kind of reached the end of that journey, this card assures you that the end is coming. There is light at the end of that tunnel. But what's so lovely about this is that as you move through this challenge and to a place that, you know, just feels like you're actually able to set the burden down, or you're actually figuring out a way to move forward in a way that is not so stressful. It is not, you know, so exhausting or debilitating. You are going to come to a place of balance, a place of clarity, a place of seeing things clearly and knowing what your next move is and what it should be. And that takes you to the Fool. So this is the new beginning. This is the leap of faith. This is a, you know, let's just try this. Let's just give it our all. Let's see what happens when I embark on this new journey, whether that new journey is, you know, anything from starting a creative project to starting a diet, to putting resolution to something that has been, you know, time consuming, whether that is, you know, paperwork, whether that is, you know, some sort of a situation that you're dealing with. But there's definitely a sense of sort of clarity coming. And as it comes, and there is that sense of balance and understanding, you are going to sort of very easily move into being able to sort of move on to whatever the next journey is, whatever the next step is, because you have learned and gained the wisdom from the experience. You now have more knowledge and more understanding. There is a sense of clarity that you did not start with. And there, in fact, is even an understanding of why. You know, why things unfolded the way they did, why you had to have that experience or go through that process. And as that happens, you're going to gain great clarity on what's next. You're going to be able to feel like you are ready and able to move forward in a way that takes you on a new journey, in a way and in a space that allows you growth. It allows you some freedom. It allows you to express your thoughts, your feelings, your dreams. This is an energy of leaving troubled times or difficult times and moving forward, but with moving forward with excitement and, you know, ambition and ready to take on the world, but it's tempered. So there is a wisdom, there is a balance. This is not like you're going from an extreme of a very difficult time to an extreme, on the absolute other end of the spectrum. This feels like you have been going through a difficult period and now you have found center. You have found your balance. And whatever this is, I mean, the fool is a happy, happy-go-lucky fella. He, it's interesting, right? Because this guy has an umbrella, and a little pouch, and the puppy. So the pouch and the umbrella are sort of talking about being prepared for the journey, right? Having the supplies you need or having the tools you need to be able to move forward with confidence. And the puppy is there reminding you about simple joy, reminding you about loyalty. But interestingly, the loyalty is to self. It is about being true to yourself. It is about gaining that clarity and that balance of what goes forward, what the past was and what you're going to turn that wisdom into going forward. So this is that sounds exciting, and like I said, if you haven't yet cleared that space of the challenge, know that that clarity is going to come. Okay, we're going to move on to this beautiful big quartz. And let's see what we have here. Okay, my goodness. In a kind of crazy way, these cards actually are telling kind of a little bit of the same story, if you will, as the previous wand reading, because they too are talking about coming from a place that was difficult, coming from a place where maybe you weren't feeling good. Maybe you were having a health concern or a health issue. Maybe you just simply have a lack of energy, a lack of, kind of ambition, the wherewithal to get up and get moving. There's definitely a feeling of sort of sadness and sorrow, but it is still, okay? It's not active. It feels like stillness. And sometimes stillness is good and sometimes it is important. But these other three cards are talking about the fact that it's time now to move from that place that held you kind of in check, kept you where you were. And it's now time to move forward. And wow, what an incredible way you're going to move forward. You have the High Priestess sitting here. So this is about learning from this experience, learning from this Five of Wands experience, and trusting, finally, completely trusting your intuition, your sense of self, your awareness, recognizing that the journey you are on is about spiritual growth. It is about discovering new aspects of yourself and discovering new aspects of the world. It is about finding self and finding clarity. And that takes you to a place where you are actually able to perhaps once again interact with friends, or maybe you're just ready to start sharing some of your ideas, perhaps sharing the wisdom that you have gained. But there's definitely a sense of a coming together, a celebration, turning to close allies or friends. But there definitely feels like whatever this is, there really is a sense of it's time to celebrate now. It's time to move forward now. And that is a lovely, lovely energy. And of course, why not? You have the Nine of Cups. So the Nine of Cups is that wish card, right? It is about make a wish. It is about dreaming big enough to make wishes that you really want to come true. It's about not limiting your own wishes. It is about creating a future that reflects the wisdom gained. It is about creating a future that celebrates you. It is about knowing that wishes can come true when you follow your instincts and when you follow the guidance given. And sometimes that guidance is angelic or energetic, and sometimes that guidance or inspiration comes from a group of people on the planet, your friends, your family, etc. But this is really, really super lovely energy, because it's talking about moving away from that which is difficult and, sort of getting up and getting moving. It's like it's time now to go forward. It's time now to pull yourself out of that place of sort of isolation or solitude, feeling like you're, kind of have been left on your own to stumble through. It's now time that the energies are shifting and they're moving forward, and you have discovered a great deal about yourself. You are prepared now to follow guidance and bring others close to you, and you are ready and willing and able at this point to make a wish. And so if you're going to make a wish, make sure you make it a good one, and make sure that it is a reflection of the wisdom that you have gained. The card is a wish fulfillment card. So think about, if I could be guaranteed that my wish would come true, what would I wish for? Now, I'm going to add a caveat on here, because you can wish for whatever you wish for yourself, but your wish cannot create a situation where you impact somebody else's free will. Okay? So you want to be mindful that what you are wishing for is about pulling together a energy, a feeling. When this happens, when this is made manifest, this is how I'm going to feel about the situation that evolves from the wish card, that evolves from accepting the guidance and understanding, that evolves from following your own intuition and your own pathway forward. Wow, okay, excellent. And we're going to do with this, calling this one Spikey. I don't know how well you can see it, but it really does have ridges and almost like, very narrow rectangular pieces that are all formed on top of each other. It's a really, really beautiful piece. Okay, so let's see what this lovely crystal has to tell you. This lovely crystal is bringing you the Two of Wands. It's bringing you strength. It is bringing you the Page of Swords and the Ace of Wands. Okay. So the Two Wands in this case really are telling a story right off, the bat. It's talking about making decisions. It's talking about looking forward to something kind of coming together or falling into place. It is about kind of almost daring to dream. And in that dream, you're going to be able to create and start something new. A new beginning is going to come as a result of these decisions and these choices you make in the Two of Wands card. Right now, it feels as if you're kind of almost like in a reflective state. You are in a place where you're thinking things through, you're looking for clarity or understanding. It feels very much like you are on the precipice of making a decision or choosing a path forward. And as that comes to fruition, as you gain that clarity, you are going to, the Ace of Wands is kind of like going to kick in, and it's going to help you bring whatever this is to fruition. It's going to help you kind of move it forward. And you're going to discover that you have more than enough strength, enough, inner strength, enough ability to see things clearly, and the ability to harness, control that which needs to be controlled so that you can move forward. And the Page of Swords is wonderful, right? Because it's talking about the idea of ideas, information coming to you, being able to start formulating a plan that allows you to move forward. So overall, these cards are talking about a new beginning. They're talking about decisions that need to be made, have been made, or will be made, and the ideas and the inspiration that comes from them. And that is going to give you the strength. And the strength is a lot of things. It's the discipline. It is the clarity. It is sort of keeping things so they don't feel like they're spiraling out of control, keeping control. And this is lovely because this is exactly the kind of energy you need when you are embarking on a new beginning. And the Page of Swords is simply an assurance that as these come together, so you will be able to move forward. So you will be able to hear news or get some guidance, some insight, something that is going to allow you or perhaps reassure you that you are on the right path, that you are taking the steps that are in your soul's highest and best interests. So this definitely is an energy of finding self, making decisions, allowing the inspiration to come, and knowing that it's going to move forward, and knowing that if there is additional guidance or inspiration that you need, it also is on its way to you. So, really amazing readings today. They're all very insightful. They're all very, I guess, hopeful. It's like a moving forward kind of energy. And that is awesome. I hope you've enjoyed this week's Pick Your Crystal readings. And I want you to have the clarity, the intuition, and the wisdom that comes from quartz. Bye for now.